And so this morning, we're going to be talking about culture of appreciation in relationships. And first on our list is language. So it says, compliment what is working and going well. Simple and short. Compliment what is working and going well. I mean, you've already started with calling your girlfriend or boyfriend or fiance or fiance or husband or wife a very sweet, endeared name. Baby, sweetheart, darling, my sugar.
You know those names
my honey
actually have a way of... Imagine if your partner is so angry with you and then you approach
and you say,
the issue
baby.
this way. You'll probably get them not to be angry anymore.
It's like, sweetie. No,
you know it's not everyone it works for.
Honey?
I'm just saying. You know it's not everyone.
Honey,
then it begins to look like it's some sort of emotional blackmail.
Oh, it's not. It's just you endearing your partner. I don't think it's a big deal. When you say, oh, my darling, or I've seen people actually carve out names for themselves.
Yes.
Some people would call themselves very sweet nicknames. Some people, I know someone that calls his partner, and they've been married for over 10 years. He calls his partner mine. Like, and she also says my own. That's beautiful. I know some people, you see, you're finding it funny, but I mean, it's beautiful to them.
My own.
My own. My very own.
So what should God say?
I mean, well, you guess the point.
I'm just
but
saying.
Seriously, like mine, my own. And you know, the moment if the man is angry or the lady is angry, and then he comes and he says my own, you know, there's that smile that just comes and says, stop, Joe, what are you asking for? And all of that. So
you've watched too much telenovelas.
I actually enjoy, look, I will say it every day, I enjoy romantic comedies. I love it so much, especially Christmas rom-coms or princess movies and all. I enjoy it. I just love to watch it because I enjoy the storyline.
Most of them
I love
are not
love.
realistic.
But look, take it or leave it, no matter what it is, even if they are not reality or not, some people somewhere live that kind of life, or they try to. I mean, yes, we're going to talk about the concept of romanticism some other time. That's not the conversation this morning. We're actually talking about encouraging, you know, better ways of relating with your partners and actually showing appreciation. Yeah. And of course, the first way is actually know how to call the person. Look, the moment some people, they know they're in trouble, the moment they hear their partner call them their full name.
It reminds me of the video that was trending on Twitter where this particular lady walks up to her husband and then she calls him his full name with his surname. And he was like, babe, what's wrong? What have I done?
That is it. You know that you're in trouble when you hear your full name.
You've not done anything. I just needed your help with something. Like, but you just called my name. Like, it's weird. I can't remember the last time you actually called me by my name.
In fact, I mean, if you go and say, probably the name of the guy is Peter Thomas Paul or something, and then you go and say, normally the regular thing is, hello, babe, hi, baby, hey, sweetie, hi, darling, and all of that, and then you go and then you say, Peter Thomas John Paul. Your heart
would race,
will change. It will start like, babe, what did I do?
Exactly.
No?
Just
don't call me babe.
Yes, that's another thing.
Don't call me babe.
No matter what happens between the both of us, even when you're angry, I am still babe. I don't understand. You are still babe even when I am angry. Yes. Right. Okay.
Like, baby, I am very angry with you.
That sounds funny.
Like, darling, how dare you do this to me? But anyways.
That actually sounds very funny.
It sounds weird. So when everything is actually going well, compliment. Say this is nice. Oh, you have done this, very nice. Actually compliment, and don't compliment sarcastically. Compliment genuinely. Really. I fall under the category of people that actually struggle with that.
I was just about. See, it was great that you mentioned that at the right time, because
I knew you were coming for me
to tell you that I hope you know what your addition out this morning is actually for you.
I saw your eyes.
Okay.
I knew you were coming for me, so I just had to say, I had to shame the shameless. I fall under the people that actually is very. I'm not very big on endearments.
Then when you give real compliments, it still feels like sarcasm.
People get scared.
And then you feel bad.
Well, take it or leave it. I'm just a very sweet person that you just don't know.
And sarcastic.
I try. I really try. I just feel like sarcasm is humorous. Sometimes you just pick people's whatever. That's not the conversation. Anyways, try as much as possible to compliment people. I enjoy complimenting people if I see that you have done something really nice. This is great. And I realized that because of self-esteem issues, because of what society has done or said, blah, 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 people don't believe when people give them compliments. They feel like, are you sure? I don't think it's good though. No, it's not. Don't flatter me and all of that. Somebody told me one time, and that was about 3 years ago, and since then I've taken it very seriously, that it is disrespectful for you not to say thank you when somebody compliments you. It is highly disrespectful, and it also means that you have low self-esteem. Since when the person said that to me, I've taken it very seriously. I mean, when they tell you that you look nice, instead of you to say that,
stop whining.
Stop whining me, or it is cheap, or no, I just threw something together.
Yes.
No,
sometimes
I made it under the bridge. Just say thank you. Like, thank you. And then if the person now goes on to ask you that, where did you make your hair? Where did you make your outfits? Then you can go on and say, I made it under the bridge. Really? Wow. Then you have created conversation. But if the person is saying, you look really nice, or you smell really great, I take it very personally when people compliment my fragrances, because I'm very serious about fragrances. I'm very, very serious about it. So, I mean, when you say that, you notice, thank you very much. It's that simple. So when it has to do with relationships, how about you actually say thank you, and then you compliment, babe, what you've done today is very beautiful. You look really nice. Babe, the food is delicious. The food really tastes great. And if it doesn't taste great, babe, I think we can do this and that, but at least first say thank you. Please. Especially when it comes to food. At least, first say thank you. If your husband is a chef and you feel it doesn't taste great, at least appreciate the effort that this person has put into making the food before you now decide to give comments. I feel like sometimes some people just feel like, I'm blunt, I say whatever, I say what I like, I say it as it is, and that's just mean. Some people are very mean with their comments and very, very insensitive with their comments. Don't hurt your partner's feelings because you are blunt or you say it as it is or something like that. It's not very nice.
Yeah, and you also need to ask often and ask your partner how you can actually help them with whatever it is they are struggling with, because some people do not know how to, ask questions. And there are times you'd actually have partners who do not like to bother you with their problems or bother you with whatever they are going through. So they would rather just struggle with it alone. And when you notice signs like that, I think it's only nice that you offer a helping hand. Anyway, that's the reason why, one of the reasons why you are together, at least to help one another with your weaknesses and all of that. But if your partner is not saying anything, you also sit there and like, it's none of my business. But it would actually hurt you to know later that this was what this person was struggling with, and I was there, and there was nothing I could do to help this person out.
It's so painful. It is one of the most painful things for me when I realized that I was there, and my friend or my partner is going through something and I didn't know about, and they were not able to talk to me. It would really hurt me. And I would feel like maybe it's because I didn't lend a helping hand sometime that they needed it. I'd feel like maybe it's because I wasn't given a listening ear or something like that. So, it's just important that you pay attention to your partner. That's what this is actually saying. And also ask.
Yes. It's
ask them.
Most people actually assume. They just assume like, oh, you should know. But it won't hurt for you to ask.
How am I supposed to know?
Exactly. Just ask questions and ask whatever it is that is happening. Sometimes you would even ask and this person would still tell you, oh, nothing. I think that issue really happens with the lady more often when the guy asks, okay, so what's wrong with you? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You're angry? Nothing. You're sad? Nothing. But you could have just said,
I'm okay.
Nothing, I'm okay. And then maybe years after, when this person is no longer in that space or have actually forgotten that something was wrong with you, you bring it up. It can be very annoying. Why didn't you just state it? I asked you, but you said nothing. So other than putting your partner through that stress, even for the other party now we've stated that you should ask often. But for the other party, when you've been asked, it won't hurt for you to share with your partner. However, it depends on the kind of relationship that you are having with this person. There's still some people who are in relationships and do not trust their partners. They're just there for the fun of it. They don't really want to share anything deep when it has to do with their personal lives or how they go about their daily lives. They really don't want to share that part with their partner. So they would rather just keep quiet and have you do your thing while they do their thing.
Nothing. I'm not interested in. I'm fine. And all of that. And I feel like it has killed a lot of relationships.
Yes.
And if your partner is asking you how they can help you, if you know that you don't know, and there are times, and it's okay not to know, there are times where you just don't know how people can help you, just let them know that, okay, I'm stressed, I'm struggling, but I really don't know how you can help me. And you can tell them how you feel at the moment. Like, all I just want is to be left alone, if that's how you feel. Or, oh, I am tired and I will just need you to be there for me. I just need a listening ear or something like that. And also, as the other person, ask, babe, how can I help you with this? What do you need help with? What do you need? What do you need to make this work? How do you think I can help? Okay, so if they tell you that, oh, I don't think you might be able to help, but I think you can just support me in
doing
this, and that. That is how to create a partnership. And then if they don't know how to do, they will tell you that, oh, I don't know how to do this one, no. And if you can teach them, you can. Because the truth is, in future, it might be very beneficial to you. I've seen a lot of times where, because partners know how the other person's work is, or they know how the other person's life is, they help each other. So all I just need to do is pick up a phone and call and say, okay, I need you to do etc. I know where it is. Get it. And work is done. It is. The reason why you are with somebody else other than yourself is for your life to be easy. Seriously. Not for you to be stressed out or not for you to go and then encounter problems. That's the reason why you are with somebody else other than yourself. Because sometimes some people will be looking at themselves and they're like, why am I in a relationship again? Don't be that partner that lets your partner feel like they should be single.
Actually.
That is a quote. That is a quote. Don't be, I like it. Thank you. Don't be that partner that would make your partner feel that they should be single. So I want you to write that down somewhere because I want to remember.
I will.
Yes, please. Type it. On January 2021. Thank you.
Don't be in a relationship that will make your partner think that you...
No, you mix it up. Don't be that partner that will make your partner think that they should be single. That's the code. Anyways, this next one says, shift from you. That is when you're complaining to I. Feeling state. Yeah, do you understand? Like, how you feel. I. Stop complaining and pointing fingers. Talk about how you feel about certain things, how they make you feel. And also, relate with them at the moment. And also, don't always make everything about you. That's another thing. Like, the ability to read a room is a very good thing. your ability to be able to know that, okay, so my partner is in a good mood and I can have this conversation is a very good. Even if they say, oh, yes, you can talk to me about it, and they don't seem like they're in a good mood, they are your partner, you should know. So maybe you come another time and you talk about how you feel at the moment. Babe, I feel like maybe we should do this, this, and this. I'm feeling that probably we should take this road next time, because the last time we did, it didn't work. So maybe we try something else. But we go and say, babe, you are always taking the wrong road. Every time. Wrong road. It would look like you are always passing blame and attacking this person all the time. I genuinely feel like maybe you should use this particular brand next time instead of this one. I think this one suits you better. That way you have passed your message without hurting their feelings, hurting yours, and creating a mess.
Drama, unnecessary drama.
Unnecessary drama.
Another thing that you should also think of doing is reminisce on your first date with your partner. Can you remember your very first date? And how did it go?
My very first date, I cannot, actually.
A lot of people are like that.
I really cannot.
Just because you're no longer with that person, you just,
that's it.
Shove the memory aside.
Wait, I don't get. If I am not with you anymore, that's it.
But that was a particular memory and it was a moment for you.
Right.
Exactly. There should be a bank where, you should have all of these memories and moments stored. But however, whomever you're with at the moment, you should try to, think about how you met, where you started from. Yeah. Sometimes it actually gets some people emotional. For instance, I'll use myself as an example.
Yes,
On
please.
my wedding day, that very morning, the first thing I did was to think about how I started with my partner.
Really?
How far we've come. And it took me to the point of, crying, and I was all teary.
I was there, guys.
I
was there.
And everyone was wondering, okay, so what
is wrong with
bride?
her?
Why is she crying? But I could not explain to anybody. And to now crown it up, right there in the wedding, somebody decided to put up a video of how we actually started with the pictures and all of that. And all of these things just brought back memories and reminds me of the reason why I am with this person.
Oh, you guys.
Well, I understand that you love romantic stories.
Oh, I do. I enjoy. I just, okay, please go on.
Well, it's just beautiful when, you remember your very first date with this person. And remember that the very first date, you realize that you talk about anything and everything because you're meeting this person for the first time. And the conversation is not just, have you eaten today? How are you? You know that thing where I think it's very common in relationships that after maybe like the very first week, the minute you guys decide to, be in a relationship, the conversation moves from how it used to be to, oh, how are you? Like you can tell how the conversation would go. Hey, good morning. How are you? Have you eaten? Did you sleep well?
That's something we need to also talk about.
Exactly, and it ends there.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But the very first date you have with this person, it's more like you're meeting an angel that you need to open up.
I don't know about the angel part, but yeah.
Okay. Like you need to open up about everything, and you guys have conversations about everything.
Yes.
What you like, what you don't like.
Yes.
I mean, and I don't think all of this kind of conversation should actually end on the first date. But perhaps you don't...
That's if the relationship is going to the next level.
Exactly. But perhaps you don't actually, have conversations like that. You can use that first date, the memory you created, and the moments you guys shared.
Talk about
it, reminisce about it, and just put yourself in that,
some people actually find that a bit
land.
sappy. Like, it's a bit sappy because, it's not everybody that is touchy-feely, or it's not everybody that likes to be in touch with their feelings. They don't like to feel cheesy or corny and all of that. But, I mean, if you are in a relationship, you should be cheesy, you should be corny, because
Let loose
It is
at
not.
times.
It is not a battlefield. Please. It is.
It's not there's no competition as to who is more serious.
No, we don't have to always be serious. If I wanted to be serious, I would apply to university again or something. I would be talking to a professor.
Exactly.
I would be
There's
with
some professors that actually have social lives, and
yeah,
are even
I mean,
interesting.
I'm even talking. I'm even using school reference where all you in class you have to focus and study and be serious. That's not what we're doing here. Yes, there is a time for everything, but I am here with you because I want to feel love and I also want to show you love. And there is nothing really wrong with actually reminiscing on when you guys actually met, how you met, or your first date, what you ate, where you went to. I mean, I've seen a lot of, and it's a conversation we should have some other time. Creative first date ideas. It's not always about going to the restaurant all the time. It's not always about actually going out, candlelight.
The very first
all of these
date you
things.
go for can actually make or mar the environment where you had that first date.
True.
Because so I have a friend that whenever she sees ICM, that's the Ikeja City Mall, the only thing that comes to her mind is bad experiences.
Oh, wow.
That she's had. So the first date she went on, the second one, the third one was actually in the mall there. And all of those experiences were bad.
She'll probably not want to go there
Exactly.
anymore.
So whenever we suggest to have like a hangout, something there, it's a no-no.
Like, I don't want to go
It's
there.
just like those dates have actually ruined that environment for her. And that is why it is very important that when you're going on a date.
I mean, Popular Men of God, this 2021, has endorsed going to the Bucateria. They have endorsed it. So how about you try that?
I know what you're saying.
Like, I've seen the tweets, and a lot of people came out to say, but if that's what you can afford, go there. If you cannot afford very expensive restaurants, go to somewhere else. Go and have fun. Go and play.
Sometimes you just want to have that fancy thing going on.
It can come on later on. I mean, there are some people that don't like it. Some people just love picnics. Some people just love a walk on the beach. I just want to feel the beach water on my legs and just walk around. I am a big fan of conversations, especially with my partner. I'm a huge fan. Like, I want to pick your brain. I want to see where your mind is at in different conversations. I want to see your thoughts on... In fact, our first conversation is definitely going to be on mental awareness and mental health.
But imagine having a partner who is not so expressive.
That partner is not for me.
And it's more like you're the only one having the conversation, and all he does is, I concur.
No, we can't. You see, that's where, the first conversation we had earlier, what you influence, how you influence, and all of that.
Partner.
When you see that this person, because you'll be frustrated. If every time all that you're doing is hitting a brick wall, you will be frustrated, and you realize that maybe that's not what you want for yourself. If you are an expressive person and you want an expressive person, and you are with somebody that is not expressive, you will be frustrated. You'll be sad and angry all the time because this person is not forthcoming. How about you pick something that actually suits you or fits you? Well, I'm not an expert. I don't know, but I just feel that's what it is. But if you can work towards... If the person is willing to work on themselves, at least that's a good thing. That's a good way to start. That's a good sign. That's a good start. If the person isn't, like, every time you say, oh, okay, so how about we do this? They're like, don't disturb me, Jare. The next one, how about we do? Don't disturb me.
And imagine that kind of person influencing the other partner to become that way.
I mean, that's something. I don't know.
Toxic.
I wouldn't say toxic per se.
I would say it is, because I mean, I was someone who could express myself,
bubbling
and all of that, and that's what maybe the reason why I have lots of friends, and that's why they all love me. And then
are you
all
talking
of a
about
sudden,
yourself?
No, I'm just saying.
All right.
Then all of a sudden, someone comes into my life and takes that part of me away.
Now, that would not be a very good sign. Everybody will know if Wura is not bubbly anymore. So, I'll just say, just putting it out there. Anyways, the next one is share moments of admiration and discuss future plans and dreams. All moments of admiration is important. Once in a while, random text messages, random, what's it called now? Random conversations, random cards to just say that I love you because you're beautiful, you're smart.
That's
you're
like for that
sweet,
maths for some people.
You are caring, you're generous, just random.
That's like
I
you giving
admire
some people a job, like work.
My goodness. I admire how you dress all the time. It brightens my day. I admire your smile. I love how you put things together. I love how people love you. There is one thing I enjoy about people, and I won't say this to you. I actually really love how people around you love you. That's a very beautiful thing. Okay, right. Yeah.
Is anybody taking my picture?
Oh my days. It's beautiful. And I mean, see what that has done to you. You smiled. You loved it. That's how you can actually share moments of admiration with your partner and with people. Let them know. I love how you put things together. I love how you organize things. I love how you are joyous. I love how you're peaceful. I love how you're beautiful. I love, let them know that you love these things about them. Let them know. Let them understand that you like how their combination is, how they speak. One of the things that some people like about other people, in fact, what got them is the voice. Like the first day you picked up your call and I called that wrong number was the day I knew that you're the one for me. I am not asking you to be that cheesy.
You're my husband.
Do you get? The first day I heard your silky voice, it puts me to sleep. Cheesy stuff like
You're
that.
in a moment this morning.
No, seriously. Okay, so I saw a very cheesy movie last night, so maybe that's the reason. But anyways, it's just what it is. You should be, on the serious note, you should be able to share moments of admiration with your partner and also talk about your future plans and dreams.
So, before we came on board here and I saw that particular point, I asked you, I said, what if I don't have any future plans or dreams with the person I'm with?
Then what are you doing in that relationship?
There are different types of relationships.
Then, okay, so this conversation is not for you.
Why? Why shouldn't it be for me? We're talking about relationships.
If you are in, okay, so just for the sake of this thing that you just brought up, if you are in an entanglement, I'm very sure this conversation is maybe not for you. Only if you're willing or you're looking at actually upscaling, upgrading your relationship.
Exactly. There are times where you probably enter a relationship clueless of not thinking of future plans, dreams, and all of that. But along the way, you figure that out and then you begin to have those conversations. But sometimes we actually have people who really don't care. In fact, the minute you start bringing up future plans, you see your partner running this way while you're going this way.
You should not even bother.
Exactly, because so it's not for. I want to make excuses for people like that. Sometimes it's not like they do not want to talk about these future plans or they don't have dreams when it has to do with taking the relationship to the next level. It's just that they've just not put themselves in that space. Their mind is not ready for the discussion or that kind of conversation or whatever commitment. And sometimes experiences of what you've seen. I've seen somebody who said, with all of these failing marriages here and there in the society, I don't think I really want to get married. And she didn't have that mindset before. It was all of a sudden that it became a thing where, she's like, okay, so I don't think I really want to get married based on what she has seen happen in the society, based on experiences she's seen people have.
Yeah.
So, it's not like you don't want to have future plans or you don't want to have dreams. But at that point in time, maybe when your partner is ready to talk about it, you are not yet in that space.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you are going to end up with somebody, I think it is important, especially if your dream is to have a life partnership with this person. I think it is important you talk about your future plans and your dreams. It is okay. It's a different thing if somebody says that, okay, so maybe we shouldn't talk about it now because we're still early in the relationship and all of that. I believe that there is never an early time to talk about your future plans if you are in a serious relationship where you know the end goal.
You know, life happens. Sometimes
life does.
You must have entrusted all of your plans, your dreams, your aspiration in the hands of this person. And along the way, something somewhere goes wrong, and then you guys are no longer together, and you've actually shared all of your personal details, information with this person, only to realize that the relationship actually did not go anywhere.
Yeah, that happens. Honestly, I really understand what you're saying.
So how can you convince that kind of person that in your next relationship, you should talk about future plans?
I think that, I'm going to say something. Relationship exposes everybody's discrepancies, your inadequacies, or your vulnerabilities, your secrets, and all of that. You being with somebody else actually exposes that. So, if you want to go in a relationship and you are still battling with a lot of things, I think you should actually figure it out first. Before you now put all of that darkness into somebody else. If you are struggling with a lot, I think, or you're struggling with happiness within yourself, and you're feeling that maybe when you have a partner, you'll be happy. I'm sorry, I don't think that would work. I think you should figure out your own self first. Figure out your happiness, figure out your life, figure out how you want to go about it. You might not be able to totally, fix the Rubik's Cube and all of that, but you know where you're going, you know what you're doing, you know that you need to get help, and you are getting help. It's not like you're going to go into the relationship and then you start dragging that other person into
their limits.
Misery loves company. That's just it. So I think that before you enter a relationship, you should know what it is and have a conversation with them. I mean, there's a conversation before you decide that you want to date the person anyways. What do you want? Where are you going?
We on the same page?
Where are we going? Are we on the same page?
So where are we going?
That's where we're going.
Left.
That's where we're going.
I don't know what you're asking me.
Seriously, but
what are we doing? We're eating, we're jumping.
we're just having fun. We're just flexing. If that is that relationship, just know that you are just flexing. So don't give future plans to a relationship that you are just flexing. Because that other person just wants to flex.
That's another thing. Because you begin to put that person in that space of
due pressure,
having hopes and high expectations and all of that, only for you to know that you don't mean what you have said.
You are just flexing. Look, and I like the way things go these days. Look, this that we're doing is just flex. And if you are not ready for flex, how about you keep it moving? I feel like sometimes some people feel like they can change people and say, no, don't worry, when we're serious. It happens for some people. It doesn't happen for a lot of people. So